Hello. Welcome to the Testing Academy. You know what? When I have started, right, 27 plus companies have rejected me, right? And in this video, I know it's a story time. Many of you wanted me that, okay, please discuss about the how you were rejected as a fresher, right? What was your learning? And in this video, I'm going to talk about this, guys. This is going to be a very important video for you guys, especially for freshers who are basically starting out, right? How to approach to a different things, different companies, especially, right? What are the different things that you can do, right? How I have tried so that I got a job as a software tester, right, into one of the service-based MNC. I'm going to discuss about this. I'm going to talk about a process and struggle. I think you should know about it, right? You can watch this video in 1.5 hours, guys. This is going to be an amazing journey where I will be discussing about how to handle rejections, how to basically stand out so that your resume gets selected. You get selected at the right time, right? Everyone have a different story and everyone has to do something different to get a particular job, right? So this is going to be an amazing video. All right, so let's get started. First of all, you know what, after completing my graduation, right, you know, I was from New Delhi and my college was tier 3. I think it was less than tier 3, to be honest, right? When I have done my BTech, so especially in electronics and communication, right, I had no clue that I will be basically joining after 10 years or 11 years I will be basically an automation lead or a test architect, right? I didn't have any clue. So it is fine. So learning as a fresher, that it's fine. Sometimes you don't have to know, right, where you will be. Either you can become a developer, you can become a software tester, or you can become a DevOps engineer. It is not certain, right? It is definitely not certain which branch you are going to basically get, or which domain you will basically be going, right? Or which profile you will be basically going, right? It is not certain in the end. So that's what important learning that you have to start, right? So after doing graduation in electronics and communication, right, I had no clue that I will be going to testing. Then I went to Bengaluru, right, where to search, because it is an IT hub, right? For India, it is like a Silicon Valley where most of the companies related to ITs are there, right? Then I have started applying, right? Then I started applying on different companies, right? See, I have followed the similar path initially where we were basically applying to a particular company with a simple same resume. Okay, this is very important. Same resume we have prepared, okay, 2 or 3 projects that we have done or internship that we have done that are not related to the profile we are applying to. See, I have applied for SEO profile, I have applied for DevOps profile, I have applied for developer profile, I have applied for some software testing profile, right? I have even applied for tech support, even applied for the SEO job, right? So I have applied many where I was not confident, to be honest, when I started, right? And it is fine, right? So first learning, again I told you, right, learning is that you actually don't know where you will be going, right? There are very few people who have certain things in mind. Okay, I will be going to development environment, or I will be going to development, I will be going to DevOps. There are very few freshers, right? So if you are someone right now who have, okay, Pramod sir, I have seen your videos and I think I can become an automation tester, then go for it, because now you have a clarity. Because when I started, there was no clarity at all. Okay, so you need to remember this important point. Okay, another important point is that, see, when you are a fresher, right, you cannot send a generic resume to every profile, as well as even in the same profile towards same or different companies. Which means, Pramod, what do you mean by this? Means, see, when I have joined, right, when I have tried after like 4 or 5 years, this is one of the learning that I have basically seen, which is that whenever you are applying to a company, right, it should be a very personalized resume. Which means, because every company HR basically use something called as application tracking system, right, that we already know. So you have to customize your resume in a such a way where it has the important keywords and your project structure is properly aligned so that your resume first gets selected. See, if your resume is basically not getting selected, right, your 70% of the chances are done, even if you have the knowledge. So that's the very important point that I have learned after some time, right? So this is the learning number 2. First of all, first one is you will be uncertain about your career, where it will go after 5 years or 10 years, right? Second important learning is that, yes, you have to use certain kind of customized resume so that your resume gets selected, right? You have to work on your resume first, because this is like the first entry point where after that you will get an interview, right? And the third important point, which is after your selection of resume, right, what you need to do is you need to showcase the knowledge, right? So my recommendation right now, for example, suppose you want to become an automation tester, or you want to become a DevOps engineer, or probably a developer, right, that you want to, for example, you want to go to front end. My advice will be immediately as a fresher, right, even if you have not learned about the languages, right, if you want to go for a development environment front end, start learning JavaScript and the frameworks. This is very important. It will definitely give you an edge, right? So that's what my recommendation is, because whenever I was hiring, because when I was QA lead, right, I have to hire a couple of freshers, right? I have to hire a lot of freshers. So what was the recommendation was, if you have a programming knowledge, if you have the projects done, if you have the internships related to this, if you have some of the project that you have done somehow on a GitHub that you have basically put it right anywhere, right, then your chances to get selected on the basis of knowledge will be really high, right? So third point is that, yes, as a fresher, my recommendation is that you should pay attention to programming programming language as well as the project that you should be doing on Saturday, Sunday, or probably anything. Do some open source projects and add those projects to your resume that yes, I have done it. Add those things onto a GitHub profile also. I have discussed this like multiple times. This is one of the important things as a fresher you have to do. If you are a DevOps, if you want to become a DevOps, aspire to be a DevOps engineer, create some of the applications are there, right? Front-end application, deploy them, and whatever the process that you have done, basically document it and upload it to GitHub so that it will be visible, right? Share your projects and everything on a LinkedIn also. That is what it's important, right? So now comes the fourth important point, which is you have to showcase your skills on a social media, which means this is one of the important learning. Basically, I have seen after 2-3 years, nowadays it is mandatory, which means you have to showcase your projects on LinkedIn, right? For example, create a LinkedIn profile. Make sure you are properly adding the things, properly adding the projects and everything as a fresher onto a LinkedIn. Manage your profile very, very well. I have given the tips also, right? I will basically put a link below how to manage your LinkedIn profile, how to prepare a particular URL, customized URL, right? Everything I have mentioned, right? Link will be in the description. I will add this. Now you need to do is that you need to basically showcase those projects to everyone, which means what you will be doing is that you will be basically networking with the HRs, right? Basically try to add very few peers. If you have a same level, right? Try to add very few peers. The maximum number of people you need to add a fresher, right? Is that you need to add the HRs, right? Engage with them, engage with the conversation with them, and share your project that you have done onto LinkedIn also. You have to showcase your projects. This is very, very important, right? So you can showcase by using blogs, creating videos on a LinkedIn profile, on a Twitter profile, on a Medium articles, right? You can do multiple things to do that, right? So that was a fourth important thing. Now, the last important thing which I have learned very, very hard way is that yes, which is the fifth one, guys. Fifth one is basically networking, which was basically, see, I was directly applying to the companies, right? That's why I was getting rejected many times, right? Because there was no referral. Directly I was just applying, and based on the certain conditions and all, they basically rejected me, right? So fifth important point which I really want to all of you to pay attention is that networking is very, very important. Means that find the people who are already working into your peer groups, right? Into your friends, right? It can be your seniors. So let me tell you, my seniors helped me to get my first job. This is very important because I remember, right, when I went to Bengaluru, right, again, I've tried for almost 1 month. I've tried for 1 month. There was no job. Basically, we had a walk-ins. Okay, so every day we used to get an email, or sometimes we used to see some of the information on Facebook groups, right? That these are the walk-ins. Walk-ins are basically where you will go to a company. They will basically give you some aptitude test or some questions. If you're good, they will take your second interview. Else, you will be rejected, right? This is how the process will be. If the second interview is fine, they will give you a third interview date. If you clear third one, then they will hire you, right? This is kind of walk-ins basically are there previously, right? Right now, I don't think there is a lot of walk-ins, especially in Bengaluru area. But at the time when I was there, right, walk-ins are very, very hot at the time, right? Right now, I think it is directly applying or referrals, which is here, right? So that's why. So see, I got rejected almost like every day I was getting rejected. So almost 1.5 months and 2 months continuous rejection, right? Then basically one of my senior told me that, okay, there was a Accenture who's hiring, right, for a Bengaluru profile, go and apply. So I went to Bombay, right, alone and had given the interview there. We got hired, and basically then I have joined the Accenture MNC service base right after that. So that's how I have started. That's how the struggle is, right? So I hope the 5 important learning points are there, which are very, very important. See, initially you will be uncertain. That's fine. You have to follow someone. You have to know about the mentors, and you have to have a clarity, okay, where you want to go, right? And please, the fifth one, which where you have to basically pay attention, network with the people as much as you can, okay? Have a relationship with them. I think right now what you can do is every month, right, just go to LinkedIn and say hi to the random HRs or random people which you think should be part of your life, or should be, they can help you in some future, right? So that's one of the activity you can do, right? I hope this video inspire you. I hope this video helps you, right? Don't say that, okay, I have applied for 1-2 job, we are not getting any job, right? Software testing is dead or whatever, right? Don't go with this kind of scenario. This is just a silly propaganda which is handled by it. If you pay attention, if you are basically continuously putting the efforts, definitely you are going to get a job properly, right? Make sure you are doing and following a process, which is very, very important, and make sure you are trying the things which basically give you a little separation as compared to the other people, right? Journalism doesn't work. You have to be unique in this nature. That's what my learning is overall, right? I hope this video helps. If you're an existing subscriber, thanks a lot for joining. If you're a new one, I create videos around the productivity, software testing, and description. I hope this video helps, right? Let me know if you like this video. Just give me a like, and I'll see you in the next video.